Thank you for joining us for Lux. My name is Chris the Bull, and I am here today with Martin Frei in Geneva at URWERK's headquarters in Old Town, beautiful Old Town, for Watches and Wonders 2023. Martin, great to see you.
Great to see you.
How are you? How are things?
I'm fine. It's always great to welcome people here in beautiful Geneva and to show our new pieces.
Talk about new pieces. We've got what might be one of the, in my opinion, the best releases of the show so far. I know it came out right before the show. The UR102 Reloaded, which everybody's been talking about. Super excited. And I'd like to take it back 25 years.
25 years, absolutely. So that was really our first watch, the first URWERK watch ever that we did, of course, under very different circumstances. We were just three people at the very beginning, Felix, his brother, and I, when we began with URWERK, and we had this watch made out of the solid material with a Schäuble machine and carved out of the metal. Originally, the idea, of course, came from the medieval clock that the Campanus brothers made a long time before in Rome. It's the indication of time above in this semicircle. That was the concept straight from the clock. And I wanted to have it, minimalistic, just the time indication, and the rest of the case mirror reflecting, spherical, reminding us a bit on the Sputnik satellite, the first human satellite. And I was busy in mind with this satellite because I was still a student in art. They asked us if we want to exhibit in the Kunstmuseum Lucerne, which was a big honor. We thought, okay, we do that, of course, with pleasure. And the theme of the exhibition will be the museum. So we exhibit the museum in the museum. And we took from different kinds of museums in town, we took objects and gathered them in the Kunstmuseum to create an art installation. And the Sputnik from the Traffic Museum was, of course, important because as a full sphere, a mirror sphere, it would reflect everything, everything that we created here. So it was throning our installation, hanging on the ceiling and reflecting everything there is,
Museum in the museum.
Exactly. So, busy with this, I got to know the Baumgartners and we started talking about the satellite.
Great story. I mean, 25 years ago, it's hard to believe the evolution of URWERK and where you guys are today.
Started as an art project, you see. Yeah. And so we had this minimalistic time indication with the wandering hour, with the satellite that actually, like the Sputnik, actually goes, on this sphere, indicates time.
And as the story of URWERK and your watches have evolved over time, that's exactly what we're seeing here. Is this evolution of the 102 and some adjustments in terms of the aesthetic.
Yes.
The lugs obviously now are a little bit different. The finishing on the case is a little bit different.
It's a few details that I could retouch actually. Of course, if you get the chance to redo it, you can fix some things that you think you could do better. But of course, it's also the time, a couple of times around the sun. So this is the result. It's actually brought into our time. The same concept. We have only the segment that is important to read the time. The crown was actually a bit bigger.
3 o'clock,
It was a bit. I want to have a big crown, that you can actually really enjoy that moment where you give the energy to the watch, to the machine. But it was really at the wrong place here, bothering the wrist a bit. So now I have it sunk into the case. It's a nice little detail.
And in this case, there's going to be 100 made in sort of the natural gray look, and then 100 made in the all-black look.
Yeah, this is a steel case, titanium back, the steel with the black coating, and here we have the natural titanium case actually, and the blue dial, and here's the all black and black.
Obviously, this is a timepiece that is the embodiment of 25-year history of the brand, and you guys have your building here. And is it a little bit surreal when you think back and you say, like, how did we get to this point? And
Yeah, absolutely. I was just telling you before about the beginnings, and of course we never thought that what would come out of it. This is absolutely something that's unforeseeable. But I would say fortune favors the bold. You go for it, and you dare it, and that's always a good tip, a good way to do it. Because you can build something, you can create something, and that's also what's nice actually to see this concept again. Because the first two watches that we ever did were actually not known. Nobody has seen them. That was the years of struggling, like the first, let's say, 10 years. And only with the UR103, the elements were at the right place, and time that we invested in our endeavor here somehow came a bit to fruition, started to take up. And to see these two watches again and to so finally present this concept in the original style, retouched a bit, and so brought to our times.
Well, congratulations. Here's to another 25 years.
Thank you.
Thank you,
For sure.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all new upcoming videos, especially from Watches and Wonders 2023. Take care.